Okay, internet, get ready. Drama is coming like a punch from an international auditing firm. Who would have thought Justin Bieber, the Prince of Pop, who has sold more than 150 million records, owns a house bigger than a shopping mall, would be audited and be knocked on the door to collect debts? Not at all. But then TMZ dropped a bomb. Justin Bieber owes millions, and the one collecting the debt is none other than Braun. It all started like an off-key love song. In 2022, Bieber planned the Justice World Tour, hyped as a global spectacle, a redemption arc after scandals, illness, and the bad boy Bieber phase. AEG, the promoter, wired him a $40 million advance, fully confident he'd hit the stage like a money-printing machine. But life isn't a Netflix movie. After just a few shows, Justin had to cancel the entire tour due to Ramsay Hunt syndrome, a condition that left half his face paralyzed. The result, $24 million in outstanding debt to AEG for taking the money but not delivering the shows. Enter the villain, we mean former hero, Braun, who had been with Bieber since the one-time days, stepped in to cover the tour losses and left behind an IOU worth 8 figures, a Hollywood-style bailout. Thought that was the end? Nope, that's when the audit till someone dies game began. Lou Taylor, a financial expert known for managing top celebrity portfolios, conducted a financial audit and accused Scooter of pocketing over $26 million in commissions from Justin over the years. What? Fans gasped. What? Scooter clapped back. Hybe, parent company of his agency, hired PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC, for an independent audit. The result? Justin still owes Scooter $8,806,000. Meanwhile, Team Bieber disputes the audit, calling it a biased process with a suspicious internal slant from Hybe. TMZ also revealed that Justin currently lacks liquidity. He doesn't have enough cash to cover large expenses without going through his financial handlers. Even after selling his music catalog for $200 million, most of that money was funneled into investments, taxes, and Bieber-level spending. Think private jets, 100-room mansions, Bengal cats. And as his finances wobbled, so did his mental state. According to insiders, Justin is lost, showing signs of breakdown, and no one on his team dares to say no to him anymore. Okay, buckle up, because if part 1 was a warning shot, part 2 is the full audit debt catalog friendship burnout combo hitting harder than hail in a winter storm. And no, this isn't a TikTok prank. It's the real-life fallout between Justin Bieber and Braun, once inseparable, now on opposite ends of a contract, with an $8.8 million IOU in the middle. More importantly, Justin doesn't deny the debt. What he contests is the method of the audit. He claims it was conducted to protect the interests of Hybe, the Korean conglomerate that acquired SB projects. Let's go deeper. This debt originates from when Justin received a $40 million plus advance for the Justice Tour. The tour was canceled due to serious health reasons. Ramsay Hunt syndrome left Justin partially paralyzed. Scooter covered the financial aftermath, including refunds to AEG and pre-tour expenses. A large chunk of that is the $8.8 million now in dispute. Still, when Justin sold his music catalog to Hypnosis for $200 million in 2022, most assumed he was financially free. But in reality, that was a desperate liquidation to fill holes, and Scooter had advised him to wait. Justin went ahead anyway and lost out on tax advantages because he was allegedly close to broke, or so the rumors go. And the documentary, What Really Happened to Justin Bieber, only fanned the flames. Financial chaos, emotional instability, and a string of rash decisions. Think we've reached the climax? Not yet. Justin has yet to release his own audit report, whether to counterattack, reverse the narrative, or stall until public interest dies down. As of now, Scooter's lawyers are involved, and $8.8 million isn't just going to disappear like a TikTok hook. One question now echoes through Hollywood like a firecracker at noon. What happened to Justin Bieber? Not a Reddit conspiracy, but the actual title of a TMZ documentary that aired on Fox and Hulu in May 2025. In classic TMZ fashion, the episode lays it bare. Justin Bieber owes $8.8 million to Scooter Braun, the same man who discovered him on YouTube, took him to Billboard, and was once called brother, mentor, even national treasure manager. Now what? Justin is accused of failing to repay Scooter, money the latter fronted for the Justice Tour, and Scooter Braun, he's been pulling away from Bieber for a while. One day, he just started deleting Bieber-related posts from his personal accounts. TMZ reports it's not just about the money, it's about the entire management infrastructure, financial planning, and the fragile brand image surrounding Justin. The $200 million catalog deal in 2023 was seen as strategic. But the doc reveals it was a last-ditch move to avoid financial collapse after the tour's cancellation left contracts and expenses hanging. Scooter, still acting as manager at the time, paid out of pocket to keep the tour alive, and got stuck when Bieber didn't reimburse as promised. Another layer, internal dynamics. Hailey Bieber, Justin's wife, is cited by TMZ as a behind-the-scenes force in Justin's decision-making. No one's blaming Hailey directly, but clearly, after their marriage, Justin began to distance himself from Scooter and SB projects. In early 2023, multiple sources confirmed that Justin quietly sought legal counsel to exit his contract with Scooter. Around the same time, other artists, Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, Idina Menzel, all parted ways with Scooter. TMZ concludes the Bieber-Braun relationship had already fractured in 2022, but the financial audit and unpaid debts were the final blow. Think this is just a case of a singer owing his old manager? Wake up. This is Hollywood, and behind every downfall is a whole corporate empire trembling along with it. Enter Hybe Corporation, the K-pop giant behind BTS, now sucked into Justin Bieber's inescapable drama vortex. Here's how it went down. In 2021, Hybe via Hybe America acquired Ithaca Holdings from Scooter Braun, which included management of top-tier artists like Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, and yes, Justin Bieber. Purchase price, roughly $1.05 billion. But back then, Justin was still a global cash cow. Now, TMZ calls him a risk asset. The real shock? The Justice World Tour's sudden collapse in 2022 due to Bieber's health. Sponsors and promoters were left with nothing. According to TMZ's report, Scooter Braun fronted millions of dollars to keep the tour alive. But after Hybe acquired his company, that debt became a shared financial burden. And now, Hybe risks losing $8.8 million while Justin remains silent. The documentary TMZ investigates what happened to Justin Bieber. Doesn't just name Justin, it subtly suggests that Hybe failed to manage finances properly after acquiring SB projects. Artists kept walking away. Ariana? Outside. Demi? Outside. Justin? Lawyering up to... Get out too. Within Hybe, investors are beginning to question the competency of their US division because they poured $1 billion into a pile of chaos. At this point, you might think, surely Justin must feel guilty? Well, no, at least not from what the media sees. No explanations from Justin, Hailey, or the PR team. Just an eerie silence, and posts about fashion, religion, or skincare products. Meanwhile, Hybe is in damage control mode with shareholders. Stock prices are dropping, cash flow is leaking, and on Korean fan forums, BTS fans are beginning to ask, are we funding a foreign artist who doesn't work and just burns money? Hybe, once betting big on global expansion, is now paying the price for believing in the Justin Bieber brand. The bitter part? In the $200 million music catalog sale deal in 2023, Hybe didn't see a cent. That catalog was sold to Hypnosis, while Hybe was left with the Bieber brand shell, now practically hollow. If you imagine a scenario where Justin Bieber peacefully retires with Hailey Baldwin after selling his music rights for $200 million, lounging in luxury, think again. The reality is far messier. It all began with the Justice Tour, once expected to be his glorious return after a long, quiet phase. But in June 2022, Justin announced he was postponing the tour due to Ramsay Hunt syndrome, which left half of his face paralyzed. His video announcement broke hearts around the world. But months later, even after partial recovery, Justin didn't resume the tour. he kept postponing and eventually canceled the whole thing, without a detailed statement or official apology to fans or event partners. Millions of dollars in ticket sales hung in limbo, and companies like AEG Presents, Live Nation, Logistics Cruise tour staff were left without answers. The situation escalated in 2023 and 2024 when Hybe began financial audits following its acquisition of Scooter Braun's Ithaca Holdings. According to TMZ, Justin currently owes Scooter Braun a large sum, specifically the unreturned advance from the Justice Tour, plus the costs Braun covered to clean up the mess from the cancellation. What's noteworthy, Justin has made no public statements about the matter, even though Braun, long removed from direct management, is still dealing with the aftermath. Bieber has gone completely silent in the media. During this time, Justin only appeared occasionally on social media, mostly posting spiritual content or personal snapshots. Soon after, Justin terminated contracts with his entire original management team, including Braun's staff. According to Variety, this was part of a phase where Bieber wanted to redefine his career and personal life, though no one could say exactly what that direction was. In TMZ's 2025 documentary, What Happened to Justin Bieber?, media analysts raised a key question. Is this a burnt-out star seeking pause, or a celebrity slowly losing control of his career and financial obligations? And the entertainment industry, of course, doesn't wait around for too long. Justin's prolonged silence is triggering a bigger question. Is he still part of the music industry, or just quietly bowing out after cashing in on youth stardom? Forget the sparkling image of showbiz, because the final chapter of the Bieber-Scooter saga isn't about stages or studios. It's about spreadsheets. When the dust settles, one cold question remains, like a tax deadline. Where's the money? What's striking is that the audits weren't just power plays. They were Braun's attempt to recover his funds before stepping down himself. At the time, rumors swirled that Scooter Braun was leaving Hybe America, and shortly after, he officially stepped down as CEO. Seems like Braun didn't want to exit with the label financial black hole. Brotherhood, that era's over. Welcome to post-2020's showbiz. You don't end contracts with hugs, you do it with invoices. And Justin Bieber, despite being one of the most heavily invested stars ever, is no exception to that rule. And honestly, that's not surprising. Hybe isn't an old-school record label nodding along like, he's got potential, we'll wait. Hybe is a multi-billion-dollar Korean conglomerate publicly traded with shareholders expecting returns. Here, every dollar invested in Bieber's tour must return, or at least be accounted for. That's when you realize Justin Bieber's story isn't just a personal tragedy anymore. It's a case study of a generation of pop stars hitting their 30s, stepping out from protective shadows and realizing the glory days don't return, but the advance payments still do. Someone once said, if someone helps make you famous, they also have the right to make you pay it all back. Sounds harsh, but looking at this story, it's true. And it stings like a failed remix.